You're all set, you have your.
I have it on my phone.
Thank you. Or did you bring this? My stuff. Thank you. Forget my stuff.
I just loaded up and it's.
It's worth it for the love, it really is.
Oh, man. I just put it behind.
It's not you for your chair.
The Red Sox, they did lose after 14.
Oh, I had some different stuff going on for crowd. Oh, really? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I kind of forgot about it, so it's a deal.
Everybody likes to know what they're.
We mix them up just for fun.
You think you're our peers?
We literally are lost without you.
I've changed mine.
You're black, sir.
This one. It's this one. This,
Yeah.
oh, those are children. They don't.
Back to my
they
game.
don't- they don't read all This, so the audience and the.
Oh my God. Ours could be, has been the family thing lately. I'm like, we need to quit with the tab.
I just spent $48 of my daughter's race and now we're gonna bring in 10.
Oh, I missed one. Yeah, no. Good afternoon, everyone. The time is 5:33. We are in council chambers for a regular town council meeting. Gonna get a roll call, please.
You may, Chair Bragdon,
Present.
Councilor Danforth. Here. Councilor Gould.
Here.
Councilor McGlaughlin. Here. Councilor Pelletier.
Here.
Councilor Raymond.
Here.
Councilor Runyon.
Here.
Have everyone stand or hold their down for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have one adjustment to the agenda tonight, and that's order number 180-2026, unless I am missing anything, Mr. Manager.
Nope, that's it.
Perfect. I will seek approval for the minutes for May 28th, 2026, June 11th, 2026, and July 9th, 2026 regular meetings.
Oh, second.
Motion made and seconded. Any council discussion? Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of approval of minutes for May 28th, June 11th, and July 9th. Passes. We have no special presentations tonight. We have one unfinished business. It's order number 168. Councilor Danforth, can I have you read, please?
Order number 168-2026, providing for award of bid for Bates Street Infrastructure Improvement Project. Whereas the bid opening for this project was held on July 1st, where 2 bids were received, it is ordered that the Millinocket Town Council awards this bid to Brown Construction for their bid of $1,894,110. Bids received: Brown Construction, $1,894,110. Sargent Corporation, $2,368,750. Olver Associates recommendation and full bid tabulation is attached.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. We tabled this order last week. A citizen had asked us to look into some logistics for Sargent. We did, and then there were some legality questions that came up as well. So it is back to us tonight. I am going to read a memo that I received to Mr. Peter Jameson, Town Manager, from Amanda Associer, PE. Bates Street Infrastructure Improvement Project. The town has requested additional information regarding the bid results for the Bates Street Infrastructure Improvement Project. This memo summarizes contractor availability, scheduling considerations, and bid cost differences that may assist the town in evaluating of this bid. Regarding Brown Construction Incorporated, our assessment is based primarily on the references provided and decisions with the contractor. We do not have experience working with Brown on past projects. However, the reference reviewed were favorable and did not identify significant concerns. Brown has indicated that they intend to begin the work during August 2026. Based on the information available, Brown has expressed confidence in their ability to complete the project and meet the contract requirements. Based on prior experience, we are familiar with Sargent Corporation and have confidence in their ability to successfully complete this type of work. Discussion with Sargent indicated that they may be able to shift crews from the airport project and perform some work this fall. However, doing so would impact progress on the airport project and would require relocation of resources from other ongoing commitments. While Sargent maintains a local presence and have crews working in the Millinocket area, those crews are currently committed to multiple projects in Maine through the end of 2026 and into 2027. A significant factor in the evaluation is the difference in bid process. The spread between the bid is approximately $475,000. While it may be possible to negotiate certain aspects of the work, Sargent's higher bid likely reflects, at least in part, the value of having crews and resources already established in Millinocket and available to respond to project needs. The town should also consider the importance of demonstrating progress on the project. Maine DOT has expressed a desire to see the project move forward in 2026 due to the Municipal Partnership Initiative, MPI, funding requirements, and maintaining momentum towards construction remains an important consideration, regardless of which contractor is selected. Maine DOT stated that they would like to see progress on the funding being expended because the project time is going to exceed the MPI contract deadline of January 2027. The understanding that there is work being conducted as part of this project that is in addition to the scope of the work being funded by the MPI, and this work must be coordinated with the overall sequence of construction. If the town has a strong preference to award the work to Sargent Corporation, then the suggested consultation with the town's attorney to discuss the bidding process and the choice to award work to a contractor other than the lower bid. Please let us know if you have any further questions as you review this information. Me and the manager spoke earlier last week and today, right before this meeting, just to make sure that I had my ducks in a row before I opened my mouth and said any inaccurate information. So not only is the MDOT funding a potential concern for both contractors, whether we select Brown or Sargent's, but if for some reason we do lose the MDOT funding, if we went with Sargent, it would be well over an extra $1 million that would fall on the taxpayers in Millinocket. Thus, my recommendation is that we accept the bid and award for Brown's. If anyone has any questions, I will relate to the manager. I believe there is a representative here from Brown's Construction tonight too, to answer any questions that the councilors have any. Is there any other council discussion?
I'd just also add that Amanda from Oliver Associates is on as well if there are any questions to the engineering firm.
Thank you both for
And
coming.
this is Jim Brown behind me.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you for being here tonight to answer questions. Any councilors have any questions or comments for either one of them?
Amanda, are you waving because you'd like to speak? Or just to say hi?
Just saying hi.
Wonderful.
Yes, Counselor.
Yes, I just, as last week I sent an email to everybody and I just felt that,
You turn your mic on.
number one.
Your mic's
Turn your
off.
mic on.
Is it on?
It is though.
I told you that mic.
Turn it off and take action.
Good. Okay. Turn it off.
It's a little laptop.
Yep,
It's a
just
laptop.
I'll make it work.
This laptop. Okay. As I said last week, I thought the low bid, I mean, it was close to $500,000 difference, but plus, I didn't believe, I wasn't sure, and that's why I said we might want to check with the town attorney, but once you open up bids, you got the bids and you really can't go negotiating after you got them bids, so that's how I felt, and that's why I would last week, and if we would have been able to vote on it, I would have gone with Brown. I'll still going with Brown.
Any other councilor comments? Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the last meeting, but reading through the emails and reading the information, It definitely was a concern of mine to lose that Department of Transportation funding. I mean, that's a must. And to wait any further to even start the project, I mean, this project's way overdue. We need to get it done. So I'm in favor of Brown.
Any other councilors?
And this would allow Mr. Brown's crew to provided we get through the agreements and the administrative piece of that in the next few weeks, they would potentially be able to start by the end of August and get a few good months in before it's time to close it back up.
Very good. Any other councils before we open up to the public? Seeing none, does anyone from the public have any questions?
Scott, sure, so it was my email that was sent to Peter. And I believe that as an engineer myself who deals with bids like this, right, might not be for roads, but I do a lot of this stuff. It can be seen as stated in items number 1, number 3, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 37. Before the bids were open to the public, as an engineering firm, these gross differences should have been questioned to both contractors, which then would take the $450,000 difference and make them. That was my point, that you're hiring an engineering firm to review these bids for you when this is something that should be done in-house. These are bids that can be reviewed in-house. This table that was provided is very simple to read. And in the detail, in the email that I sent, it can be seen that if you look and ask the questions just on these items, the prices are the same. And when you put the prices the same, then you put the two contractors side by side, they're not the same. That's all.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Seeing none, does anyone from Oliver Associates or Jim, do either one of you have anything to say in regards to this?
Questions?
Oh, that's fine.
A lot of our plans and goals for the year for the project depends on when we can get started and obviously, winter weather, that looks like for. But they propose that with some big, obviously don't want to go through the winter. That's kind of our program, let's see. Currently not far we get, we've got at least half of it, at least the first half and wrestle back to. So, and at this point.
Very good.
Thank you.
I'll open it up one more time to the council. Does the council have any questions? Yes.
And like I mentioned before, I just think it opens up a can of worms where going to doing the bid process and people are bidding on stuff. And the bids go in and then we're gonna renegotiate them after we've opened them. Then I think that's something we don't want to get into. So my personal feel. Thank you.
Any other councilors? Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 168-2026 as it reads? Motion passes. Thank you. Moving into new business, I'll hand it right over to the manager for the town manager's report.
As usual, quite a lot of information on the goings on within the municipal operation. We will answer any questions or talk, more on any of the individual topics that you. Does anybody have any questions?
Anyone have any questions in the town manager's report? Yes.
On the whole report you're talking?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Public Works, great work on Garden Avenue and Highland Avenue, looking good up there. Now we have I'm there doing electrical work, so that's another plus there. Transfer station. Have we installed cameras out there for the leak problem stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, we did that 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Okay. And it might behoove us to put some signs up, say, smile, you're on camera or something, so people know that they're gonna be getting taped, putting stuff that they're not supposed to put there. Code of Public Health, is there a reason that the the fireworks are shut off so early? That's one of the, I've had a lot of people ask me that. You know, and I don't know if it's, we don't wanna be too late with the kids and stuff, but, or is it, a deal with the fireworks business or whatever, but I noticed that it's usually just getting dark enough that they really be effective to when they're done, so.
It didn't start till 9 o'clock.
That's part of it that I really don't know.
We spent the $5,000 and that was.
It's 10.
It's 10.
10,000. Yeah, I mean, the one major difference with the fireworks company this year is that they have gone to one show for wherever they go. So they set off the same show at the same cost for anywhere that they go. There's no variation in it. But speaking of start times, you know, I couldn't tell you. Tom, is there anything worth saying there?
We can make the start time later, if that's what. We always did it at dusk, as soon as they got back up. We always put them all. They always ask, you want to tell us. And we could do that.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I just have a lot of comments about, to me about, the airport, I know, Jeff's been having some issues with the, gang mower out there and doing a lot of maintenance on it. And, I think there's some, mechanical issues with it that, probably down the road, we might want to be looking at putting something in his budget that might be to upgrade that to a better model, something that it's difficult to keep. I know where I work, it's difficult to keep places mowed when your equipment goes down. And if you're not being able to get it done, and then all of a sudden you're waiting for parts, and then you get your parts, and then it's raining, so you get behind and it's hard to get caught up. Town clerk's collection, good work going on every day down there. I see a lot of good stuff going on down there. And East Mill PD, I think one thing that we need to remind them is that they need to continue to acquire the spring and fall enforcement grant for ATV, because it's part of our permit with Acadian Timberland. And it's no cost for the town. They just need to put the grant in each spring and fall. And it's something that Cameron needs help with. It's pretty much a boilerplate type grant. It's not a lot to it, but the money's available there. And we do still have our four-wheeler. And it's, like I said, without giving too much notice to Acadian Timberland, it is part of our grant. So just thought I'd give a little reminder out there that we might want to be seeing if we can continue, even if we missed the spring one, still did a fall one or whatever. It's something that gets them out there, and like I said, no cost to town.
I think actually the last one or two of those that have been submitted was me and Paul Santacandro.
Yeah,
I think
Paul
we
put it
worked
in.
on it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other counselors? Yes.
Transfer station. I was looking at the receipt search history, line 111 and 112, the transfer sticker TO and UN. Okay. The reason I asked this is making a weekly trip to the transfer station of how many out-of-state plates I have seen with loaded, and I'm just curious if we're collecting absolutely any type of revenue from them.
There.
Go ahead. Do you want to
Turn your mic on.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah, so their fee was raised last year from $10 to 20 to match with the towns, and that was all because of county funding.
Many of the out-of-state
And not
plates
something.
are from the lakes and the camps and the unorganized.
And they may
So
still
that's
be
fair.
from town residents that have a local, have a Millinocket
Out-of-state
residents in town with an out-of-state plate, so.
Counselor Gould, if I may, I think
Yeah.
you're asking if they're actually paying it.
We could assume that they are if they're being let in.
So that leads to a question that I have that I was.
We're not gonna talk about that this evening.
Oh, yeah.
We
Yeah,
can't
we
talk
are.
about that.
Okay.
That is a discussion we should have soon about transfer station. I know it's been a topic of discussion for the council since December, so I would like to circle back on that at a later time if possible. Maybe as a presentation.
Sure.
Anything else, Councilor Gould? All right. I just had a call out. Papers will be available for nominations tomorrow. There are 3 seats available for the town council and 2 available for the school board. They are due September 3rd. I've heard a lot of commotion about people possibly being interested. I highly recommend anybody do this at least once in their life, in their community. I think it's extremely important to not only volunteer in your community, but doing the job that we do up here really opens your eyes to some of the things that you get to see. So highly recommend that you sign up for one of those 2 things. We do have some boards that are open. The Recreation Advisory Committee has 2 1 partial term, and the Board of Appeals also has 1 partial term as well. So there's plenty of opportunities to volunteer or sign on as the council with the school board. That's all I had, unless anyone else has anything else from the council. I'll open it up to the public on the town manager's report. Seeing none. All right, we'll move right into order number 169. Councilor Runyon, if you would please.
Oh, boy, here we go. Indeed, order number 169-2026, providing for execution of the fiscal year 26 town warrant for July 23rd, 2026. It is ordered that the FY 26 town warrant for July 23rd, 2026 in the amount of $109,741.31 is hereby approved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Heavy hitters.
We have $73,762.69 for Hoyle Tanner and Associates. They are associated with our airport upgrades. $11,432.92 for our tipping fees. $4,045.55 for Oliver and Associates. That's part of the Bate Street Improvement Project. And $12,551.29 for Versant.
That's the discussion. Seeing none, none of the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 169? Motion passes. Councilor Runyon, can I have you read 170?
Order 170-2026, providing for execution of the FY 26 wastewater warrant for July 23rd, 2026. It is ordered that the FY 26 wastewater warrant for July 23rd, 2026 in the amount of $8,684.57 is hereby approved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Councilor Pelletier. Heavy hitters on this one.
We had $2,437.32 to the state of Maine and $5,113.46 to Versant.
Council discussion. Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 170? Motion passes. 171, please.
Order number 171-2026, providing for execution of the town warrant for July 23rd, 2026. It is ordered that the town warrant for July 23rd, 2026 in the amount of $635,167.65 is hereby approved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Heavy hitters.
This one's a long list. $278,588 to B&B paving for our street projects this summer. $55,945.74 to the OK loan. $5,000 for our 4th of July fireworks. $3,003.02 to Charter Communications. That's for our internet and communications throughout the town. $2,734 for a grant/training for our paramedical program. Sorry, my notes are pretty scary there. Sorry.
That's pretty close.
That's close.
Close enough.
Close enough. All right. $4,410 to the Maine Technology Group. That was for council laptops. $47,750 to the Millinocket Memorial Library.
47 or 43.
43, sorry. That was $43,750. Ooh, get mad. That's terrible. $7,863.99 to Municipal Waste Solutions or transfer fees. $2,773.28 to CV Maher Engineers, SVE, for the Brownfield grants. $5,838.46 to Michael Solinsky for our pool maintenance and repair. And $212,218.50 to the town of East Millinocket for their police services.
Council discussion. Yes.
On the, okay loan. We must be getting near the end of that.
Very, very close.
I think they told me they only have one or two more payments left when we had our meeting with them.
Yeah, it's really close to being gone.
That'll be nice.
Any other counselors? Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes. One more, Council Runyon.
Order number 172-2026, providing for execution of the wastewater warrant for July 23rd, 2026. It is ordered that the wastewater warrant for July 23rd, 2026 in the amount of $12,807 is hereby approved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Heavy hitters in this one.
Only one, $12,500 to the town of Millinocket for administration fee.
Any other council discussion? Seeing none, in the public. Seeing none, all those in favor? All those opposed?
Sorry, I meant to say approved. Sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Motion passes.
I stated.
I mean,
I was already on order 170.
Council McClellan, can I read order number 173, please?
Certainly. Order number 173-2026, providing for approval of application for appointment to the planning board, Hal Cody. It is ordered that the Millinocket Town Council approves the appointment of Hal Cody to the planning board for the remaining term of the vacant alternate seat to expire December 2027. Note, if approved, the planning board has full commitment attached to applications received, Hal Cody and Scott Bushard. Scott at this time does not qualify for the board seat due to his non-residency status.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Before I go to the council, Scott, I just want to say thank you. There were two citizens that reached out to me and asked why you couldn't be on it, and we're advocating for you, and you're very well liked, and I very much appreciated you coming and giving the comments that you have at these council meetings. So I hope to see that residency change, because I've heard from multiple people that they'd love to have you on the planning board. And maybe if that does change, we'd love to see you on the council as well. So 100%, sir. Anyone else in the town council?
I was kind of hoping for that as well, and I can rent a room, maybe.
Any other councilors?
I'll thank Scott as well, but also Hal is going to be a great addition. He's a tenured board member and served on several boards, and I just know him from the hospital, and so he'll be a great addition. So I appreciate help.
Absolutely. Any volunteers that volunteer is great in my book.
Oh, is that Hal from?
Yeah.
Oh. He's good. I didn't know who it was until you said that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Anyone else?
No. I turned it.
Anyone else on the town council that has, no? All right. How about the public?
If I may,
Yes.
I would like to say thank you for saying that because I told him that previously. It'd be good to see him be able to take out nomination papers.
100%. I agree. Anyone else from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 173? Motion passes. Councilor Gould, can I have you read order number 174?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Order number 174-2026, providing for approval of application for reappointment to the Personnel Appeals Board, Richard Angotti. It is ordered that the Millinocket Town Council approves the reappointment of Richard Angotti to the Personnel Appeals Board for a 3-year term to expire February 2029. Note, if approved, the Personnel Appeal Board has one vacant seat, full term.
second,
Motion made and seconded. Council discussion. Yes.
Yeah, no, I just would thank Richard for continuing to serve in this role as well. Yeah.
Rick has served the town of Millinocket for many, many years, whether it be at the school or up here, or in a very desperate time, we needed a town manager short term. He was there to pick up the slack. So I very much appreciate Mr. Angotti for everything he has definitely done for this town and for me personally. So Rick, if you're watching online, thank you so much for all you've done. Anyone else from the council? Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes. Councilor Raymond, can I have your report on number 175, please?
Order number 175, 2026, providing for approval of application for a victualler's license for Katahdin Inn and Suites. It is ordered that the attached application for a victualler's license is hereby approved for Sasha, Papa, SS and DF LLC, Katahdin Inn and Suites, business address 740 Center Street, doing business as the Summit Sports and Spirits, 740 Center Street, Millinocket.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Council discussion? Yes.
I noticed they're not current with their taxes.
That is correct. And when they turned in their application, we also provided them with details of their balances.
What they say.
I wasn't the one that handed them out, but I'm sure that they were gladly accepting them of the reminder.
Any other?
The currency of taxes anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
Still a big deal, but traditionally in the past, I know that has raised a concern for tabling the order or having a discussion.
Could do it conditionally.
We definitely will be following up in the office as 30-day notices will be sent out soon.
Any other councilors?
Process next week.
Do-
I mean, it is nearly $40,000. It's not.
Yeah, it's money.
So,
Any council discussion?
And they're behind.
go ahead, Tammy.
Councilor Onion. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just curious, is this common? Like, is it a repeating thing that they go for? Is it a habit? I guess is what I'm trying to find out.
No, because the prior years are paid.
Okay,
Their only thing that's habitual is their wastewater billing, and I'm almost wondering if the address is not correct and the correct
not getting to
payable,
to go.
accounts payable is receiving it. That's the only thing that I'm assuming, but they're aware of the balances now and hopefully that they'll get to the departments that they need to pay them.
Councilor Gould.
I was just gonna bring up that I've gotten to know this business. I've met Sachin on numerous occasions, and I know that it's gone through a tumultuous management tenure. And I've got a lot of hesitations in moving forward in this. I know that some things haven't been brought up to code, and I don't think it's been inspected since then. So I would like to discuss this later, because I don't think, and I hate to say this because any business in Millinocket could be a good business, but I think this is, to quote Wall Street, a dog with fleas. I really do.
Madam Clerk, remind me if I'm wrong, the vehicular license is more sentimental kind of in a government body, and the other one is the entertainment license is the one that really hits home, correct?
Correct. The victualers is the town's authority for them to go ahead and sell food and beverage, to serve food and beverage, prepared food and beverages. And at any code violation it can be revoked.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I skipped you. Did you have any?
Well, I spoke out of turn. Sorry about that.
Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to add before I?
No, just a comment about them being behind. I mean, they're behind on their property taxes, their personal taxes, and their wastewater. It's not like it's just one thing. So that's just,
Something to keep in mind.
it's a big chunk of money. That's all.
Councilor Pelletier.
You know, it's kind of two-edged sword. If we don't, we're cutting off a stream of income for them if we don't pass it. But then again, they really ought to be coming up to snuff with their taxes, and maybe we pass it as a condition, an amendment, based on your paying your taxes, that.
If I may, Chair, we have in previous, I've held, if you pass them with the conditions of until payment, I mean, they can be held in the office, because normally we would mail them out. If that's a condition, we can definitely follow up for payment. As Councilor Gould said, they've been through different management statuses the past year or so, so that may be taking the time for them to come up to current.
That way,
Just a suggestion.
we wouldn't be holding them up. As soon as they put the money down, they get their license.
Councilor Raymond.
Is the present victualler's license already run out?
Ran out May 31st. So this was a follow-up, but even where it was sent, they didn't get it, so I had resent it to
And
the establishment.
is this something we can hold off till our next meeting? And see if they come in and pay it?
I wouldn't be in favor of tabling it because it, like I
Table it.
say, we're gonna be cutting off them at the knees here. If they wanna start serving and they grab the money, they throw it, then we're gonna wait another 2 weeks or whatever before they can do it. Because we'd have to vote on it.
Any other councilors have a comment, question, or potential amendment? Yes.
I have a question. So you said it expired, their current one expired in May?
May 3rd, all victular license expire May 31st. Yeah. So
Are
then
they
they're up for
operating
the
without
renewal.
one?
Currently they are. I mean, I'm assuming that they're open.
They may not be selling food and drink. This is for.
Yeah.
Sports bar.
This is for that little piece
Right.
that's inside the bar, inside the establishment.
I guess I would refer to our code enforcement officer on that one if he knows if they've been operating without it.
To follow up with that, there are plenty of businesses that are delayed on getting in their victular license when I mail them back beginning in April, if not March. So we do have a good process on following up on the ones that have not submitted their licenses.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful to know.
Yeah, and we don't shut them down. We kind of wait and see if they come in, and if they don't come in, after a certain period of time, lets me know I go. And visit them. We haven't come to that this year because everybody has come in on the second.
This was the second letter with application that I sent as a reminder. Because I know, businesses get busy and they forget stuff.
The question is, are they serving food now?
As far as I know, yes. But as I say, we don't go in and shut them down if they're stricter licenses until May 31st, if they don't have them. We never have gone to the business and said, okay, you're done right now. We've given them some time to.
I think Tom's had them fill out the application right on hand, to be honest, in the past, so.
So assuming we table this, they're potentially going to continue to operate until we actually vote.
Yeah, I don't have any problem.
Any other councilor questions, comments, or amendments?
I'll make an amendment that we pass this fiscal license. Condition upon their payment of taxes.
Is there a second for the?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, council discussion on the proposed amendment. Seeing none, down to the public on the proposed amendment. Seeing none, back to the council, all those in favor of amending order number 180 to order number 175 to read upon payment of taxes. All those in favor? Motion passes. Back to the council for discussion on the motion as amended. Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of the amended order number 175. Motion passes. Councilor Pelletier, can I have you read order number 176?
Certainly. Order number 176, 2026. Providing for approval of an application for a victualer's license for Highlands Tavern. It is ordered that the attached application for a victualer's license is hereby approved for Jennifer Boulette, business address 973 Central Street in Millinocket, doing business as Highlands Tavern, 973 Central Street in Millinocket.
Second,
Motion made and seconded, council discussion. This one does not have that same problem.
Mr. Chairman, I know that there is an email correspondence with the clerk. Did she?
There
get
has
back?
not been yet a follow-up, but I am certain to call her tomorrow. I was out of the office more today than I expected, having a doctor's appointment, so I intended to call her. She's more of a call person than an email person, so.
Any other council comments? Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, yes.
And if it helps, I will hold on to it until she supplies us with the proper documentation.
That is helpful. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so the email do you want to explain the email?
Just her current license, her state license expired May as well, and I asked if she had just supplied me with the wrong one or has a new one in the process, so she just didn't find it now.
I get that. My concern is that should we table this one as well until then? That way there's more leverage from us, or are you fine with us passing it and just holding it on?
I am completely confident that I will get the proper documentation before she gets the license.
I wouldn't think that our passing it, it would be incumbent on the state to shut them down.
Right.
Very good. All right, all those in favor of passing order number 176. Motion passes. Councilor Danforth, can I have you read order number 177, please?
Mr. Chairman, order number 177-2026, providing for authorization of FAA reimbursable agreement for replacement of FAA runway infrastructure. Whereas relative to the runway reconstruction project, the FAA's BASI equipment on runway 29 will be replaced with a PAPI? PAPI. System. All right, PAPI system, including flight check, and whereas the total estimated cost of $86,574.09 is to be reimbursed at 100%. It is ordered that the Millinocket Town Council authorizes the town manager to execute and submit the attached reimbursable agreement, as well as any other related and necessary documents.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, council discussion. Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 177, motion passes. Councilor McGowan, can I have you read order number 178, please?
Yes, order number 178-2026, providing for acceptance of FAA grant for runway project. Whereas order number 151-2026 authorized this federal grant assistance application to be executed and submitted. It is ordered that the Millinocket Town Council authorizes the town manager to execute and submit FAA grant agreement, which includes the updated cost breakdown for the full project outlined below. Federal dollars, $7,760,046. State DOT, $204,212. Town, $6,647,299. Full agreement available for review upon request.
Motion made and seconded. Mr. Manager, I'll open it up to you first. If you have anything you would like to say about this order. I know you and particularly Jeff have put a lot of time into these orders.
Sure. So the order 151 was specific to this $7.7 million for the FAA's originally approved piece of the project, which is a huge lift. That original grant application did not include the entire stretch of the project. So remember the back and forth between the size of the runway and what the FAA thought we needed and what we know we needed. So this is now that it's an agreement to accept the funds. The new documentation shows the full length of the project, the full width of the runway, which skews those numbers quite a bit. But it has the total remaining balance on the town at the 6.6 million, and that is the piece that we've been discussing about. Jeff's been working with Senator Collins' office and other resources over a couple of funding programs that we are very hopeful to receive to alleviate most, if not all, of that remaining balance of the 6 million. Several years ago, when we were talking about the runway project with the engineering companies and doing the contracts, so the council at the time had decided to execute the contract for the full length and width of the runway. So one way or another, it's going to get paid for. Should we not be successful in these other couple grant opportunities that are being advocated for by Senator Collins, we would be bonding the remainder.
But the plan is to still try to find funding.
Absolutely. And we're very close if I feel confident enough to say that.
Any council question, comments, concerns? Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 178? Motion passes. Counselor Raymond, can I have you read order number 179, please?
Order 179, 2026. Providing for approval of a letter of support for the new ATV trail request. It is ordered that Millinocket Town Council approve the attached letter of support for the new ATV trail request, referring to the new connection from Millinocket to New England Outdoor Center, and directs the town manager to submit the document to the Maine Bureau of Parks and Lands.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Counselor Danforth. Council discussion.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could I have Councilor Raymond, could you just explain what the new connection trail is, what's transpires? Why do we need this letter?
Okay, this trail was requested through NEOC. And they're a snowmobile club, not an ATV club. So that's when the trail master came to the Northern Timber Cruisers and asked if we would host the trail. And we said we would, but we were not going to be the ones requesting the permission from the landowner. Because the last time we got the trail to East Millinocket, the landowner told me to not request for any more trails. So I said, I'm going to follow his request. And the trail master said, no problem. So then we all got together and we submitted this request. And Acadian Timberland took some time and looked at it. And the good part about it is we're not building any new trail. We're rebuilding a trail. The trail's already there. It's a snowmobile trail. So they're going to update the snowmobile trail, and it goes along the pole line. And it has several wet holes in it. That's always been an issue in the wintertime. And that is being fixed. So it's going to improve the snowmobile trails. And now it's going to get the ATVs to Millinocket Lake. And we've already put a request in for an access route because it doesn't quite go all the way to the lake because we can't go through Big Moose Campground and stuff. So they're going to have to come out onto the lake road a little bit to get to. So it will actually give you 4 more places to go eat, which would be the Big Moose, Golden Road Yacht Club, Nice Edge, and NEOC. And and also the camp owners be able to get on the trail and come down and hit the trail system too. So it gives people access to the trail system that goes west to Western Boyce and the trail system that east to East Millinocket, Mattawamkeag. And once you get to Mattawamkeag, you can go all the way north to Fort Kent or down to Cutler. So it opens up a huge chance for lodging, because there's a lot of lodging up there too, and campgrounds. And a lot of people, we were getting a lot of calls from people, well, if I trailer to the lake, can I get to the trail system? No. So now they will be able to. And the other advantage of getting this far is we're close to the Grant Brook Road. And if we can get to the Grant Brook Road, then we can get into the Nana-McCanna lands, the state-owned lands. And once you get into Nana-McCanna, that would open up the trail system because there's already ATV trails there. You would be able to do a loop to Greenville and around. So I think it's going to be a huge improvement. And they already have the money. Most of the trail has been worked on. It's a section from the clubhouse where it turns and goes over to the Lake Road from there up. There's got the Smith Brook Bridge is going to be replaced and rebuilt. And then they're going to bring in a lot of rock and shale to go into these wet holes and then gravel it and get rid of that water that they've been dealing with for years. It's always been there, been an issue. And when you don't get the real cold weather, it's always open. So it's going to improve it for everything.
It's very good. Yeah, no, I appreciate just the history and the background. So, just one other, just because I've had, somebody's been a bit in my ear and asking questions about this. Why do we need to, why do we need, as a municipality, need to endorse that to the Maine Bureau of Parks lands at the landowner, and this is already in process? Is there still a part of it that doesn't make it so? Unless we,
The reason,
Support.
it was the ATV division, Matt Foster, the director of the ATV division. When we put in the access route, he asked for, we had everything in, but he asked for a map, which they didn't have with it. And he asked for a municipality, county, or either council or selectman to write a letter of support for it. And that's why this was the quickest, because if we go any longer and have to wait for the county, it could be a while, or, you know, I saw it this week that we were meeting, and it was the quickest way to get an approval letter moving forward. So I got a hold of Peter, and he wrote up the letter, and things have been falling pretty quick. You know, we're trying. We'd like to see it 1st of August, but I think it's going to be closer to September to see it finished, because they had to wait to award their contractors the work, but they received a $240,000, $30,000 Maine Trails bond, the money that the state of the $30 million. They got a piece of that last fall, and that's what they're going to use some of this money for, to fix this trail up. So,
thank you.
Any other councilors? To be clear and for full transparency, there was a citizen that reached out to 3 councilors and the manager in a text thread today asking concerns. So Jane or Councilor Danforth mentioned some of them. However, he felt that this was more suited for the county, given it is completely unorganized territory and does not benefit proper Millinocket at all. I chose not to engage in the subjects. I did listen to the discussion and read what was happening, but I'm happy you brought up that it's not benefiting one person in particular. It's benefiting multiple businesses, including 4 restaurants and however many lodging camps that are up there. So I am happy to see that there is a need for it, especially for the citizens of Millinocket and the surrounding area, and potentially for this loop that they may be adding. Councilor Pelletier.
Yeah, I think that's a two-way street. We'll be getting traffic from their tourism up there, and our businesses will benefit.
The claim that was made in text is that would not happen, just again for full transparency.
Yeah, right.
Any other council discussion?
And then get the groceries.
Seeing none, down to the public. Hello, sir.
So, Sheriff, I just wanted to, second what Councilor Raymond said, they gotta come down and get fuel. Yeah, so anybody who's saying that that's not gonna benefit us following what Mr. Polstein's doing. That's not what I would say,
Anyone else from the public? Seeing none, back to the council. All those in favor of order number 179? All those opposed? All those abstaining? Motion passes with 1 abstaining. Councilor Raymond. Councilor Pelletier, can I have you read order number 180, please?
Order 180/2026, providing for acceptance of FAA grants. It is ordered the Millinocket Council authorizes the town manager to execute and submit FAA grant agreement MLT NEG 3/23/0003032/2026. Federal $82,245. State DOT $2,065, town $2,065, total $86,574. Full agreement available for review upon request.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Council discussion. Seeing none, I will say again, Jeff, I know me and you have spoken a couple of times. Not as much as I wanted to, but I really have to say thank you. You've put a lot of time and effort into this. And I know that you're still working with Senator Collins' office for more funding. And other things are in the pipeline as well. So I cannot thank you enough. I will be honest, I was super concerned 5 years ago that we were potentially going to lose you. And to say that you have been nothing short of the best asset for the airport and for potentially all of Millinocket is an understatement. So thank you for all the work you put in.
Second.
I think you're making it busy.
He keeps sitting up, sitting down.
There's no floorboards, you can't do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's what you paid me for. Joe Campbell, airport manager. I should have spoke when the first grant offer came, the part about the remaining balance. I did do some research on that, and if we get a grant after the fact, we can pay that bond back if we end up bonding. But we are to the point right now where we need to prove to the FAA that we have provided. Just so you know. We're getting really close. They haven't actually asked the question, but I can feel it coming. Knowing what I know about them.
What he's saying is we're gonna have to take out that bond in the pretty near future.
Yeah. And then work on the funding after the fact to pay it back, unless the senator's office calls and says, yes, we're working this through. Either way.
Mr. Manager, do we have an ETA on potentially bonding out that $6.4 million?
We don't. However, my recommendation will be to pursue one of the programs where we can delay the first payment for 2 to 3 years. And I think that may be the way to go for this one as we work through the final steps with the other grant opportunities, knowing that we can pay the debt off for the work already done with the grant in the future. That could likely be much more economically feasible for our budget.
Perfect. I look forward to seeing it in the very near future.
Also, thank you very much for the support. It's a lot more difficult and stressful than anybody realizes how much work is on there. Most people don't think anything goes on out there. It's a tremendous amount of work. And knowing that all of you folks have my back and have supported me through the last 25 years out there, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Anyone else from the council? Yes, Councilor Raymond.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. I know a lot of people know that Jeff and I are friends. We do breakfast quite a bit, and we do a lot of talk on bikes and trucks and stuff. But I have seen over the years, and this is all before I ever got on the council, the dedication he's got up there is for the amounts that hours that we pay him, for the amount of hours he puts in, we're getting a hell of a deal. And he's very concerned about what goes on out there. And if there's a plane coming in, he's there to meet it. And, I think it's going to be something. Hopefully in 5 or 10 years, when he decides retiring, it's going to be big shoes to replace to do what he's doing. So I want to thank him personally. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Any other councilors? Seeing none, down to the public. Seeing none, all those in favor of order number 180? Motion passes. Reports and communications for the next meeting. Warrant committee will be on August 13th, will be Councilor Danforth and Councilor Gould, assuming you both are will be present and available. Very good. Chair committee reports. Now that we actually have a full council again, I'm going to delay it one more time. But next meeting, we are going to do the task force updates. I thought about it last time. I was like, it's not fair. One council was on vacation, and before that, it was another councilor. So next time we will do our task force updates, which involve the school, infrastructure, the code book, and fire and EMS. Any chair committee reports?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll give an age-friendly committee report. Some things are brewing, so we're working on a handy helpers program for our community, and hopefully next week we're working with Design Lab to get a web page created. We're doing the volunteer recruitment. We can't have a program where we offer some simple home tasks until we have a volunteer workforce. So we're going to get that application for volunteers for people to sign up, create a volunteer workforce, and then be able to put that up there. So programs and in progress. We'll do an email blast and get it out in all the media outlets as soon as possible. But it's gonna be very good for our community. Yeah, exciting. So stay tuned.
Thank you. 2-minute public comment. This is the time that anyone from the public can come up, address the council, state your name and address. If we don't have an answer, for you this council meeting, we will do our best to get you an answer by the next council meeting.
So, Travis, to be my last one. Now that I've had a chance to do what we do, I'm gonna reference ordinance 01-2012. And if you look at these, and I know it's only 2 minutes, so I won't read them all. There are exterior property area requirements based on the ordinance for sanitation, weeds, and motor vehicles. And then if you take what it says here, and then you go back to the town charter under section 302, powers and duties. And then section 102, powers of the town. It's black and white to me. I'm struggling with what I'm reading here versus buildings like my favorite building area. On Main Street. It's evident to me, then maybe I'm just reading this wrong, that all of the powers are in the documentation to force people to clean their yards or write them citations. There's even stuff in here on citations and going in front of state of Maine law for courts. There's way more than 2 minutes, but it's all right here.
No, you're 100% correct, and to not trying to cut you off, but we had another citizen that brought this up, I think right before you started coming to the meetings. And Mr. Manager, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not necessarily the wording that's in our code book. It's once it gets to the courts, that's a problem. We can't enforce anybody to do anything. We can have rules on paper that say they're supposed to do something, but if they choose not to do it and then we take them to court, if a court doesn't say you have to do something, or even if they do, it's the follow-up afterwards that's a problem. So we did find a solution to this with another ordinance that we changed recently that we have had very significant progress on that directly relates to the building that you're talking about that we do have movement on. So we are actively looking through the task force that me, Council Gould, Mr. Malcolm, and the manager are on. We addressed it, I think, 3 weeks ago. And we have it out to legal to see if we can basically copy and paste the wording we have into the one you basically just read. It's not necessarily we're not doing anything, but once it gets to a court of law, everything stops. Yes.
Scott, you're spot on. The barrier in our experience is when that goes through the DA's office. It does not proceed through it. That has been the stop to all of those.
So the town's attorney can't push that to the DA. I mean, I'm just asking, you know what I mean? Like,
if the DA says no, they're not going to take it. We can't really. Well, that's
we have 2 other cases in progress that we have hired external legal support for, and we've been 2 years in the process of both of them.
because like 66 Somerset Street, right? There's
Tell me about it.
there's properties that are affecting the real estate value of their neighbors. I mean, I'm lucky I don't have any neighbors, but if I did, I'd be a lot louder, but I just, people's real estate value, it's not fair to them as a taxpayer, right? And I know you understand, I'm just trying to follow the rules here and how your hands can be tied confuses me.
they're not tied, but they're not tied. We have reached an obstacle, but we have found a solution for it and we're working on getting it resolved. Again, everyone expects, not necessarily you, but people in the public expect change overnight. Unfortunately, that's not how our legal system in the United States works, nor in this municipality. There's a lot of process that goes into it, but we are going to change the ordinance so it's a little bit stronger, especially so when it gets to the DA, we have a better case to fight. But there is stuff being done, Mr. Manager just pointed out, we have one that's been in the works for 2 years. The building you pointed out at the beginning, I'm not going to get into the details of it, but there is movement on it. And there is active discussion going on a week by week basis on that property. expect change.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there won't be, just it's not gonna happen tonight, right?
No, because man, I just use that as an example, I think we really nice.
Yeah, I know, it's unfortunate, and I completely agree with you, sir, but we are making progress in,
I can relay that, you
oh, absolutely.
know what I mean, that was pretty much my question is, there's movement, so it can be relayed out to the public that there's movement.
I try to give an update on it once a quarter. Last quarter, I gave an update on it. It wasn't our sole focus the last time we met, but we really solidified what we wanted to do with the code book. But we have outlined 5 ordinances, and that is number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list, we decided to just go with the state, but we are making progress on it, and I promise I will give an update as soon as I have one. Yes, Council Pelletier.
The changes you mentioned, doesn't it add monetary, liability for these offenses?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, through civil penalty.
Strengthen the case going EA.
That is correct.
There's a lot of changes we're making. I promise we're making progress. It's just slow. We started with the charter, me and Councilor Pelletier, we finished it finally. Years.
4 years.
Yeah, so we finally got that done. The code book is a different beast in itself. It's over 700 pages, but we are tackling one issue at a time. So I promise that there is progress being made. Anyone else from the public for the 2-minute public comment? Seeing none, I will seek a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of adjourning? We are adjourned at 6:37 PM. Thank you, everyone.